I've missed everyone. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
That's a lie.
Oh,
If you have missed us, you would have come bearing gifts. You did not.
come. I see you like to come. All right, my lovely.
You would have arrived. No, so over the weekend there was a video Joy shared to the group, and it was about two friends, and one was telling that he was in an emergency, so the other friend had to show up, supporting him. He was like, I came as soon as I heard. He was like, you came? Yeah, I came in Uncle whatever's car. You came in.
Oh.
And Joy was like, this is like half of why. I'm like, hold up. No, I saw the video and I laughed so hard. I'm like, there are different phrases you could have used, not to come.
He likes to come. He likes to come.
You see, there we go.
We all like to come. All right, y'all. I miss y'all. That song was just called. That's Denial by Brenny. That's my new favorite song, y'all. In denial.
Are you in denial?
Am I in denial? I'm not. I'm in love with you, Delphina. How can I be in denial? Like, oh my God. Yeah.
That's us.
No, it's not. No homo.
Well, I love you too.
All right, y'all. I hope everyone's had a good weekend, lovely weekend and everything. I've missed y'all. And it's the room service back again. It's 10 p.m., so it's our time. Yes. And I'm here with my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Delphina.
Hey, this one, dear, you're vibing me, but sure.
Yeah. Yes, beautiful Delphina. And I have a guest here. We have a guest here today. Yes, I'm going to introduce her very soon. And our Virgin Big Chris DJ. And I'm here with Jay as well. And it's your girl, Pearl Turbo. So today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, something that it's something that you always discuss, something that you always want to know something about. And we're going to be talking about models and, everything behind the beauty, everything that goes on behind the camera, lights, action, everything. Chong, 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 chakam. Anywho. So today I'm here with Mimi. Yes, the beautiful Mimi. Hi, Mimi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Great. How's your day been?
Had a long day, but
You had a long day. Great. I'm glad you're here with us. Yes. So Mimi, tell us more about who Mimi is. Who is Mimi?
Mimi is just a little dark-skinned girl just doing her thing.
Yeah. And you guys, just for you guys to understand how beautiful she is, she's standing I think she's 6.
Oh, don't shout.
How tall are you, Mimi?
I'm 5'8".
5'8".
Wearing a platform, but I'm 5'8".
Okay. Yeah, and she's wearing flats. And she's 5'8".
Platforms.
Oh, you're wearing platforms.
Yeah, that's why I look tall. I'm not that tall.
Oh, you're not that tall.
Yeah.
So I'm taller than you. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's a platform then. Delphina, I love you. No, Delphina is 6 feet. Yeah.
In spirit. I keep telling you all that I'm very, very tall spiritually. What did he say?
A very tall giraffe.
Anyways.
All right, y'all. So tonight, we're sliding into the glammed up world of music videos and flashing lights. Yes, we're talking about video vixens and models. Now, these women, and a few men, because yes, we do have men who are models and vixens as well. They add flavor, they add drama, they add the sex appeal and style to the videos we cannot stop watching. Imagine watching a music video and you don't have models, you don't have, vixens or nothing, even a fashion show without models to model the clothes. How would you enjoy that? How would you see how the clothes flow,
So, if you don't have models on your Fashion Nova, your Shein, or whatever site, how would you know how the clothes look like on a human before you go ahead to purchase them? These people are vital.
But behind all of that, there's a lot that goes on behind the scene. But the real thing is, what's the story behind the scene? Is it all glitz and glamour? Because I know definitely it's not.
never.
Yes, and are there battles behind the beauty, all the glitz, glam, and everything? And so tonight we're going to be diving into the pros and cons of being a model and a video vixen, how they're perceived in the industry, because there's a lot of misconceptions in society about models and how comfortable they are with body exposure, all of that comes in, and most especially,
of course,
yes, the
the money.
finances. Yes, the moolah.
Is it worth it?
Yes, so that is
guys,
Mm-hmm.
just grab your drinks, dim the lights, that's important, and let's talk about it. And our phone lines and socials are active, they'll be open all night, and we want your raw opinions. So the phone number is 020-2222-073. And remember that room service is proudly sponsored by Pleasure Avenue, which is a premier adult online store based in Accra, 7 customers nationwide and worldwide. We offer a carefully curated selection of high quality products designed to inspire exploration, enhance intimacy, and elevate your pleasure. Our mission is simple. It's to empower individuals and couples to embrace their sensuality with confidence, discretion, and excitement. You can connect with us on our social media platforms. On Snapchat, that's Pleasure Avenue 0, Instagram, Pleasure Avenue 1, TikTok, Pleasure Avenue. And you can also WhatsApp them on 055-274-6582. And Happy New Month, people.
Yes, Happy New Month.
We're done with men and their mental health for June. Not entirely done. We are still going to advocate and promote men's mental health because it's important to us. We love you, men.
All right. So, Mimi, how? Tell me. I'm curious. How did you get into modeling? Is it something that you've always wanted to do? Tell me more about it. How did you get into it?
It was not actually something I wanted to do.
I see.
Sometimes life just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I wanted to be a fashion model.
Okay.
And I think I kind of knew this producer that knew a director.
Mm-hmm.
And he introduced me to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did one music video and just started from there.
Oh, I see.
Quick one, what was your first music video?
Obiato, actually.
Obiato Kwame Eugene.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That
nice.
was like 6 years ago.
6 years. Oh, I see.
So wait, before that, were you doing any form of modeling?
I was more into editorial.
Okay.
I was not doing videos till he introduced me to that director. Then we started from there.
All right, that's great.
I see. So would you say in that regard, did that help your career in modeling escalate, and what direction did it take your modeling career when you did that? Because I'm sure that was like a huge exposure for you with the whole music video and everything, since you were doing more of editorial.
Yeah, it was a huge exposure for me, but that was not what I wanted to do initially.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized the editorials, it was not working for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was not my fault. It was mostly, I don't know if there's a thing about Ghanaians.
Mm-hmm.
When they see you do this particular thing, everybody wants to do the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was something like, I just did a bikini shoot once.
Mm-hmm.
And then nobody wanted to do editorials with me anymore.
Why?
Oh.
Everybody wants to do nude, bikini. It was exhausting. And
Wow.
I mean, I think it's a thing with Ghanaians.
Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody sees more of you
Mm-hmm.
and trusts you and like, oh, she can do something more than just
Bikini. Yeah.
and then they will move from there to that.
Mm.
But if nobody actually sees the
Bikini.
exactly, you just
Damn.
keep doing it and doing it.
Mm.
So I'm at some point I'm glad it happened
Mm-hmm.
and I was young, I was very naive, so a lot of things happened,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad that happened for me to like move out of there
Mm-hmm.
to that space. Even though I mean it has not been easy, but it's way better.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I can ask, were you comfortable with the bikini shoots?
It just it was just I'm sorry, this is very
Sorry, take your time.
at first it was, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed doing it, but then it got to a point where people objectify you, and it didn't bother me, but I realized I had no control over whatever that was it. That is what they want to do. If not, there's no photo shoot or no
I see.
work for you.
I see.
And sometimes you end up, because you're naive, and I wouldn't say I was desperate, but I was young. You know, sometimes you were younger, you make dumb decisions. So a lot of things happened, and I mean, it got to the point I wasn't enjoying it anymore. But I was doing it. Sometimes I know I'm supposed to say no,
Yeah.
but I end up saying yes.
Yeah. Would you say they took advantage of how naive you were?
A lot of people did, actually. A lot of people did.
Okay. So thinking back at the fact that they took advantage of how naive you were and some of the things, knowing what you know now, if you had the chance to go back in time to make some other decisions, would you stand firm and say that no?
I actually will.
Okay.
I keep saying this to a friend of mine. I keep saying this to her, that sometimes, I know saying no sometimes is very difficult for other people. Someone like me, saying no is, I don't know if I was a people pleaser or what, I don't know what the problem was. But now, looking back to the stuff that happened to me, and something that I could have avoided, right now I'll be very firm.
Right.
And stand on whatever I stand on and not do it.
That's great. Okay.
When you mentioned the bikini shoot, something came to mind. You know, like you mentioned that Ghanaians tend to objectify you. And I don't want to sound biased, but most especially men, they would start to say that, oh, she's taken pictures in a bikini, exposed her body and all of that. You know, in their minds, they will start to presume, oh, sorry to use the word cheap. She's cheap, or she's easy to get in, or like, did you have to struggle with that, or did you have to deal with that, like men coming with advances thinking that, oh, she's done this type of photo shoot, so she should be easy to get with and all of those things? Did you face that?
I actually did, but funny enough, it was not from men that was outside of that the modeling agency. It was just the photographers and the people that know what goes on there. Those are the people that objectify you.
Right.
But I didn't really have any issue with, like, maybe getting in a relationship and a guy having a problem with that, or treating me as somebody, like, any less of who I was. I didn't really experience that. The only experience I had was with them.
Right.
The people that were in the industry that I assumed knew whatever it was going on. They knew I was not that kind of person, but they treated me like I was that kind of person.
Right.
So yeah.
So sorry about that. He had to go through
Yeah,
it.
it's not a good experience at all.
So, Mimi, I would like to ask, doing the bikini shoots and all that, when you transited to doing music videos, did some of the directors or do they want you to bring that vibe into music videos, as in dressing a bit nude, like wearing bikinis or exposing stuff?
Yeah, actually, it happens a lot. I remember I had this shoot, and I didn't really ask a lot of questions. I was young. I was supposed to ask a lot of questions. I didn't, and I went. It was a bikini shoot. I didn't really mind if it's a pool thing and you are just sitting by the pool like swimming. But then I realized it was at a restaurant, and everybody was wearing a bikini, and you are supposed to twerk, like shake your ass.
Oh no.
And I'm like, what? No, and I couldn't say no. I knew I had no business being there. That is not who I am. I mean, no offense to other people, but then that is just not what I wanted to do. But then I ended up
doing it.
Exactly. And I felt like why did he select me?
Yeah.
Why does he think I am like that?
Yeah.
I I can do that? Why do you think I can do that? Why he selects me? Those are the questions that were going through my head. I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm actually not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's just people having this crazy opinions or like thoughts, this oppressive thoughts. And it's not my business. I mean, even though I know I'm supposed to be firm, be able to say no, be able to know what I want and what I don't want to do for the sake of my reputation, whatever, I still did it anyway.
Yeah.
But have you ever had a management you work with?
Really? Not really.
So you've been freelance.
Yeah.
I see.
Because I'm guessing that if you have a management you're working it, they should be able to ask these questions on your behalf. And then, I mean, it is a restaurant shoot or scene. Why are we wearing a bikini in a restaurant in the first place? Music directors, you should do better, please. I mean, yeah.
But I feel like sometimes too, the directors are not just even looking at the model's best interest. They're looking at the financial gain more than the person's interest, because they feel like, oh, she's a model. She's my canvas more.
But let's be realistic. Whoever wears bikini to a restaurant?
Nobody does.
It is a music video. I get it. But let's put it in a movie scene. We have different places and the kind of attire you wear to. So why are you allowing your models? It's a let them wear something modest or something I mean, it could be a night wear or whatever to the, but not a bikini.
I know, right? And that place, I used to eat there a lot, but after that,
You couldn't.
I was so
Exactly.
disgusted. Shaking eyes on tables and
Oh
stuff.
no.
I never went back there. I don't know why the management of that restaurant even allowed that in the first place.
Yeah,
That's what
it shouldn't
people
be
eat.
allowed. Yeah.
People shaking eyes on tables.
That's completely wrong. So would you say that the directors and those who work with models are not really helping models out in that regard, because they literally just push you into the wild. They don't look out for your best interest. They're just like, get out there, and whatever. Even if they say get naked, you have to do it because that is what you're supposed to do. Would you say that directors do not look out for your best interest?
I wouldn't say all of them.
Most,
but
okay.
Yeah, some of them. Because I've worked with really amazing directors in Ghana, but the directors I've had like amazing experience with, most of them are not Ghanaians. Or even if they're Ghanaians, they've not lived here.
Completely.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Right.
But most Ghanaians, most of them, should I say selfish? But yeah.
Thinking about themselves. Yeah. So you said a director you mentioned, linked you to the Kwame Eugene video, and then I think you did a bikini shoot or something.
Editorial.
Yes, yes, that was the editorial part. Yes. So you know how with Ghanaians, they're always like modeling, and they have a certain notion about models, whereby they feel like if you say you're a model, number one, maybe you've not gone to school, you are not smart. Things are not going well for you. You're just looking for some easy way out. Like, when you started going into it and you started getting that exposure, did you face any troubles, backlash with your family? Did you have to talk to them to let them understand from your point of view that what they hear outside is not what actually goes on?
The thing is, my family don't even know I do this.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a very conservative family. They believe in old school stuff. And someone like me that went to uni,
Yeah.
I have a degree in accounting, and I wouldn't say I've thrown it away, but I'm doing something way different that they do not understand. It's very difficult for you to convince them.
Yeah.
So I just let it be. They don't really know. I hope they're not listening though.
Hopefully not.
Have they not seen any video with you in it?
They are not really. I know my cousins probably see it.
And they'll
but,
show it to them.
Not my dad, but my aunties, they probably know, but they don't tell my dad. Good for them. But they don't tell my dad.
Shout out to the cousins.
Yeah.
But they know, and they don't like it. But here's the case: people forget that everybody have their
their own path.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And they've always known I've been a different one.
Yeah.
And it's always
Every
gonna be
family
like
has that black sheep.
Exactly.
Why are you looking at my face? I don't like that, Pearl.
I see. So how would you? So your family, they don't know that you do this, right?
And you've been doing it for 6 years.
Yeah. So how do you think they would react or perceive it if they should come across like the music video, for example, or a picture? So how do you think they would handle it?
They're a little judgy.
Mm-hmm.
They, like I said, they're very conservative. They just see you and they judge you by what they see.
Right.
And they think it's not a good thing for me. They think, you did accounting. You're supposed to do something that. And someone like me, I'm not really the.
No, like no white collar job. You just want to be out there, do your thing. Yeah.
And they forget that that's not the only thing I do. Me, I don't believe in one stream of income.
Of course.
Even if I'm getting paid like 100K a month, I believe in getting at least 2 or 3 streams of income in Ghana before you can be super comfortable. So that is not the only. This is like 10% of my life.
Right.
Whoa.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
So people actually assume that's all you do, and you have nothing going on in your life. You are desperate to be on TV, so you throw everything away.
Yeah.
You just want to be on TV.
Yeah.
But I think it's, for some, I don't know about others, but for me, I wouldn't say it's for the passion, but I just do it because I love doing it.
You love doing it.
What would you say is the biggest benefit of being a video vixen or a model today?
Money is definitely not a reason, but then maybe the exposure.
Okay.
Because I see this as a stepping stone. It could actually lead to something, because I've seen people actually being vixens to like working on TV, working on radio, being big time influencers. So I see this as a stepping stone. If you are very calculative and you know what you're doing, and very selective, you can get something good out of it. But then it just depends on how selective you are and how you want the end of your career to be like.
That's true, because like you said earlier, not all directors are the same, because there are some directors that are like, oh, you're good and everything. They would actually push you, open doors for you. There are several journalists who started as beauty pageants with beauty pageants and modeling and things, and they're doing well now. Yeah, I can't think of some of them from the top of my head, but there are a bunch of them.
I can't be bothered.
Yes, there's a bunch of them. So it's actually opens doors for you if you are very calculative and you know what it is you want, because if you don't know what it is you want, you can get used and thrown away up and down. Yeah, I can relate with you on that point. So, but with models now and our let me not say so-called influencers.
Hey.
Influencers. Now there's that thin line between knowing who a model is and who an influencer is, because
right now influencers are acting as models.
Yeah. But
for brands.
In my personal opinion, I don't think an influencer is a model, because being a model involves a lot.
Yeah.
It's way more than just putting your phone down and then, taking videos, pictures and all of that. It's way more than that. So I'm curious, Mimi, how does that affect your business these days? Because now I'm sure people or directors would want to go for someone who has a pretty face, is doing well, and has a very huge social media following and things. How does that affect your modeling career or modeling in general?
It actually does, because like I said, Ghanaians, they like really popular. If you have numbers, everything works out for you apparently. Yeah. So here's the case: you are a professional, because an influencer is obviously not a professional model. Sometimes you can see the difference when they are working, but because they have the numbers and they want maybe I don't know how to put it, but for some reason they choose them a lot. Yeah. For like maybe if it's an A-list artist or something, they like them. So before people like us can be able to work with A-list artists like that, you will need like a big recommendation,
I see.
or you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody,
Oh.
or you are actually like, should I say, super light skin, or you know somebody that.
Oh, okay.
Did you get it?
So they tend to go for the light skin models.
It's still a thing, actually. Right now, I think it's a trend now that people pretend to like dark skin, so they just
Okay.
don't want that skin girl in.
I see.
But
And do you think they give much respect to the influencers than the models?
oh yeah, I mean, when you go on set and you see an influencer on set, the treatment is different. I remember I met one on set and she was given a bottled water and we were given sachet water. It was so embarrassing.
How difficult is it to give?
When we're moving from one location to the other, she was in the artist's car and we were in a van. Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
And I'm sure they are paid much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because with all of that, all of what you're saying, it's making me think a lot, because when you're naive in the industry, they tend to take advantage of you. And at the point where your mind comes to it that, oh no, I should have said no and stood my grounds. At that point, it would have been too late. Yes. And it's making me think back because, back in the day when I used to model, there was this opportunity I had to go to Nigeria to do a show. So then there was this coach, let me put it that way, who was like, I would take you only if you sleep in the same room with me. And I'm like, okay, but then, there's been accommodation made for me to just have my own room. So I have my own room. So why can't I have my room? And then you also have your room. And then he was like, no, I'm the one, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, so that's why I also feel like when people are having this perception about models, I also think that those in the industry are the ones helping the outsiders to have those perceptions about models, because modeling is not an easy. Imagine standing on, let's say, 6-inch, even 6 inches too much, 4-inch heels.
Only to be disrespected after.
Right.
I am not an escort.
Exactly. And they're mistaken with, like, it's crazy, and when you get out there and then you're like, what do you do for a living? And then, you're like, you're a model. I don't know if you've seen that reaction before. You're like, I'm a model. Then they start looking at you a certain way, like, okay. Yeah, right. Like, they won't say it, but you can see from their facial expression that...
I mean, it sums everything up about you. When they actually look at you like that way, you know that, it's over for me.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm getting out of this. They think I'm desperate in life. I don't have anything going on. Sometimes people don't even believe me when I say I have a degree, or when I say I'm a writer. People don't believe me. They think, yeah, it's Mimi. Mimi likes to be on TV, but
so what?
If someone likes to be on TV, so what?
Shit.
Oh no.
It's all good, yeah.
If you're just tuning in, we are here with Mimi, and we are talking about the behind the beauty and the life of a model. There's a lot that goes on behind the cameras, behind the glitz and glam. There's a lot that goes on. The stress, the pros and cons, but being a model, and everything that comes, even with society as well. And I'm here with Mimi, who is a model, who is a writer, and
we are just finding out she's a writer too, and she has a
Yes.
degree
in accounting. Yes. So let's start debunking all the, nonsense that models are this and that. We've got an accountant, like she has a degree in accounting, that's quite huge. And also she's a writer as well. To be a writer, your mind will just,
Yo, you have to get the mind.
you have to think a lot. Yes. So, we're going to go on a quick music break. Yes. And when we get back, we'll get right back into it, and probably we'll open up the phone lines at 11 p.m. for if you have any questions, any concerns, anything you want to say, contributions as well. We'll also discuss the cons, because we discussed the pros initially. So when we get back, that is all that we're going to be talking about. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Yeah, and guys, remember that room service is proudly sponsored by Pleasure Avenue, which is a premier adult online store based in across 7 customers nationwide and worldwide. And we offer a carefully created selection of high quality products designed to inspire exploration, enhance intimacy, and elevate your pleasure. I mean, yeah. And our mission is to empower individuals and couples to embrace their sensuality with confidence, discretion, and excitement. Sorry. And you can connect with us on our social media platforms on Snapchat, Pleasure Avenue 0, Instagram, Pleasure Avenue 1, TikTok, Pleasure Avenue, and the WhatsApp number is 055-274-6582. Yeah, well, welcome back. Guys, you can send your messages to us, your contribution, your suggestions, your opinions to our WhatsApp number 02022222073. I almost mentioned my number. Almost mentioned my number. It's 02022222073. That is also our call number, and we'll activate their phone lines shortly so you can call in, okay? Yeah.
All right. So, like I said before, we're talking about everything behind the cameras, the glitz, the glam, and everything. And we're sliding into the glammed up world of music videos and flashing lights. Yes, we're talking about models today and their world, whatever goes on in it behind the cameras, because there's actually a lot that goes on behind the camera. So Mimi, yes, and we have with us Mimi today as our guest. Mimi is a model, a writer, and she does a lot of other things as well. Yes. So Mimi, I'd like to ask, you mentioned that you did the bikini shoot. Yes.
Editorial.
Yes, the editorial. Did you face any backlash in terms of your body and, people saying that, oh, her boobs are this, her stomach or her ass or her,
Or is there the pressure to look a certain way as a video vixen or as a model? Is there the pressure to have BBL, slim waist, thick thighs, tall figure? I mean, short people like me, they don't like us. So
you're fun size. I love you.
Maybe don't mind her.
Yeah.
Crazy enough, I developed this body dysmorphia thing, but I wouldn't say it was from the videos. It was just me trying so hard to be like a hardcore model.
Okay.
Because you see those hardcore models, how skinny they look, how their abs are looking and stuff. That is what I think triggered my body dysmorphia. But I think I've come a long way actually, and I don't really get that from other people. That will tell me, oh, your boobs look like this or your tummy looks like that. I mean, not that I hear of, but it's just an issue with me.
Right.
That I always want to lose weight. It doesn't matter how. Sometimes I forget I'm tall, and sometimes when you're tall, you weigh.
Yeah. Your bones are denser than we the short ones. I mean,
and it doesn't matter if I reach my goal, I still want to lose weight.
Okay.
And I think it's just a me problem. I've not really experienced. I mean, it's a thing that is there. People actually go through that, but me personally, I think I've not.
You've not.
Yeah.
Okay. So because it's a you problem, you wouldn't, even if it's there that people are saying, you don't even hear it or see it or anything because you're even dealing with it yourself.
Yeah.
I see.
But do you think there's the pressure for other models to go for BBLs, take fat out of their waist, their tummy, and all that? And they're the ones that will have a big butt but skinny legs. I mean,
Yeah.
What is forcing them, or what is it? Is it the directors that are asking for these specific body types or something that is pushing these ladies to go in for these life-threatening modifications?
I think in Ghana, the pressure is not as much as it is abroad. The directors, per my experience, they are not really like that. They have a concept for fat girls. They have a concept for skinny girls. I mean, you can fit anywhere.
So you just have to
usually
find
it's just like,
where you fit in.
Yeah. I don't think they are like that compared to when you go abroad, how the pressure that is on models. In Ghana, you can see really big girls being in music videos continuously. Skinny girls being... I don't think it's a big of an issue here in Ghana. People do that because I feel like if a model does that, the model will do that because of her personal reasons.
Right.
And not because she wants to fit in
Right.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Right. So, so would you also... So let's talk about finances, because from things I know, things I've heard and seen as well, I know that I can say for a fact that models are not respected financially in Ghana. They're paid basically peanuts. Like you can go for a show the whole day and then sometimes you're probably paid like 500, 600. Like, how has that affected you in this career? Like you said, in Ghana, you cannot depend on one career.
Source of income, yeah.
Yeah. How do you survive with that?
I think this issue, I didn't really have a problem with that. I don't know. It's a bad thing actually, because I thought I had, that's not the only thing I do. So sometimes I don't mind. But I had this shoot quite recently. Shout out to Amare, and that is the best I've ever shot my whole life. And I forget, nobody in the crew was Ghanaian, except they had Ghanaian producers and stuff, but most of them were not here, and they paid me diligently.
Yeah.
And that is the most.
Can you give us a range? I mean, not just that, but like the other gigs or works you've done, like with modeling and video vixen. Can you give us a range how much model vixens are paid in Ghana?
I know people that take 100 cities, 20, 25. There's this group that I don't know how I ended up in. The director will post in a group, I need models for bikini shoot. It's not a paid gig. Text me if you're interested. And
it's not a paid gig. In this 2025, please, I want people to understand. Don't go in for a work with the what they say. Oh, it's going to give you exposure. Exposure for what? Will exposure pay my bills?
It won't fade you.
These girls, most of these girls, they don't really care. They just want exposure. They want to be on TV. So I don't really.
How much exposure is that giving you?
So that's why I say there will never be a boycott, because if you want to do it, somebody will. Actually.
Oh yes, that's true.
So if you can say, oh, models are not going to do videos again, somebody will.
Oh yeah.
Take nothing. They are just like that.
They'll do it free. Yeah, for free. That's true.
I think about myself a lot. I don't. Right now I'm very selective. At first I was young and dumb and naive, but now I'm very selective.
It's not everything you go for.
So usually because the people that knew me first, they know I'm quite an introvert. I don't talk much, so it's very difficult for me to. Even though I'm blunt, but it's difficult for me to be like, oh no, this money is small.
Oh, okay. You're non-confrontational.
Exactly. But now, I can actually tell you, no, I'm not showing up. This is what I take. And right, they think I'm a diva now. Oh, right now she thinks she's all
Please
that.
be your diva.
But yeah, they forget that sometimes you can be on set for. I remember I spent Christmas on set. And I got paid 500 cedis.
Wow.
That was the last show.
Wow.
That was the last show.
For a full day. 500 cities.
48 hours.
Oh my Jesus.
I was on set on 24th. And I left on almost, I think it was few hours to 26th. Yeah. I spent 48 hours on set.
Just for 500.
Did they feed you?
Girl, you have to beg for food. You have to beg for water.
What the hell? This is
And the
simple
money didn't come
humanity.
the same day. You had to go home and wait for like 3 days. That was the last show.
So even with, let's say, with shoots that you'd go for or shows that you'd go for, do you have any control over what you wear? Because, like, let's say, I'm sure most of them, they don't tell you what it is you're going for. They just tell you that I have a gig and if you're interested, blah, blah, blah. They don't even tell you the amount that is involved. So what if you show up and then you realize that it's a bikini something. Do you have any control over what you want to wear, how much exposure you'd want to, put out there and everything? Do you have any control over that?
I think you have to ask your questions before you go.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you have zero control over that. It's that you leave or you do it.
Right.
That is the mistake I really did. I did it continuously. I do not ask enough questions. What am I doing? What is the outfit? What is the concept? Very serious, very important question. What is the concept? Sometimes you be kissing the artist. Sometimes if you're not comfortable with that, you just stay away, because it will be their loss too. When you get there, you didn't ask enough questions and you are told, you'll be kissing the artist and you're not comfortable with that.
Oh my Jesus.
They will feel some type of way, and you will. So I think the best thing for you is to ask enough questions before you accept any gig. Make sure the money you're taking is what you agreed on before you show up.
Do you think there should be like, sorry, an agency or like an institution governing video vixens and models and their protection, like their rights? Because I feel they are being violated so much and looked down upon. Because what is this? Someone being on set for 48 hours and being paid 500 cedis. It's not humane.
In regard to
And they have to beg for food.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
In regard to that, I remember back in the day, I was with an agency, but I had to like stop and be freelance. But the thing is, even when you're with an agency, let's say you have a gig that's paying you about 1,000 cedis. The agency will take their part. And then what would come to you is like the 500 she's talking about, because they say that the agency is the one that got you the gig. So the agency would take a percentage, and then you would also, even the one they would give to you, the model, it would have to come through the agency again. So how sure am I that what the agency is paying you, Delphina, is the same thing they're paying Mimi?
Obviously
You're not sure about that, So I don't know. Personally, I also feel like the agencies are also part of the problem.
They are.
They actually are.
Yeah, because
you
they
hear crazy stories. Most of them, they don't even get anything. They get food. Because I met a girl on set and she was saying that, and that this agency is very known. I mean, you go on set and you meet this agent, their models there. And the girl left. She said sometimes they go on set and they don't get paid anything.
Wow.
And this is a person taking advantage of these little girls.
Of course.
So that...
Oh my goodness.
See, I'm going to open agency for short clothes. They are going to be models. We will model diapers and baby clothes. If you're interested, hit me up. Yes, because we the short ones too, we need to be protected.
Oh my Jesus.
I'm opening an agency, a modeling agency for short girls.
All right, y'all. So if you're listening again, once again, we're talking about models and everything they face behind the cameras during, all the glitz and glams. And I'm here with Mimi. And remember, it's your girl, Pearl Turbo. I'm here with Delphina as well. And Big Chris DJ with the music. So if you're listening, I would like to ask you, the audience, you, the listeners, I want you guys to tune in, text us, call us, send a WhatsApp messages, SMS and everything. Tell us, when you see a woman in a music video wearing something very revealing, very exposing, do you judge her? And even if you do judge her, I would like to know, why do you judge her and why do you not judge her? Yes, let me take that once again. I would like to hear your opinions. Kindly call us. Send us your WhatsApp messages, your SMS and everything, and be completely honest. If you want to be anonymous, no problem with that. Tell us, when you see a woman in a music video wearing something very revealing, do you judge her? And even if you do, why do you judge her? And if you don't judge her, why do you not judge her? You can reach out to us on our phone numbers.
That's 020-2222-073.
Yes, would like to hear from you.
Mimi, I would like to ask. So you've mentioned Kwame Eugene, you've mentioned Amare. Which other artists have you worked with, and how did you think, or how was the set like? How was the treatment like?
That question, if I answer it with the name of the artist, It'll be a problem.
Wait, are you guys made to sign NDAs sometimes?
No, NDAs, but model release forms. You
Okay.
just have to like read thoroughly before you sign.
Do people read?
I mean, it's always the same thing they say, but you just have to read. Sometimes you might never know. And my advice is, please take your money before you sign anything.
Ooh.
Take your money, please. Take your money. Because if you don't, I had a shoot that scammed me. Should I say scam? I signed the money that we agreed on. They gave me, when they first approached me, they were like, oh, I'm going to pay this amount. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking that in years, please. This is what I take for 12 hours.
But do you have a rate card now?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, you need to.
Yeah.
This is what I take for 12 hours. And they actually agreed on it. And after the shoot, I actually signed the model release form before I went on set. Biggest mistake. And after that, they apparently didn't have the money on them. They knew what they were doing, so they told me, oh, I'll give it to you, I'll send it to you tomorrow, because everything was hectic and stuff. So they sent me the amount that they were initially giving me, and I told them no. And they were like, oh, I'll send you the half of it, I'll send the rest of it after we finish with some calculations and stuff. And I was like, okay. I mean, I was like, why would you send me the exact amount you were going to pay me initially? I was a little, I was like, okay, maybe let me trust them. These guys never reached out. You text them,
No
nobody
response.
responds.
Wow. Till
To
today.
date,
Wow.
they paid me the amount that
They agreed.
they wanted to pay me, and I told them no.
Wow.
So I got scammed. And imagine if I had not signed that form.
Yeah.
And they would actually give me my money before I signed anything.
So the
It's
work you
crazy.
did for them, did they use it?
They actually did.
Oh my Jesus.
I had already signed it. Did you get
Yeah.
it? So there's literally nothing I can do about it.
Would you say that is your worst experience ever on set?
That was I think, what I had to spend Christmas on set.
Oh.
That I just felt like the director didn't know what he was doing. He was just when he got on set, that was when he was creating things. The location, he didn't even know. It was like he just woke up and like, oh,
Disorganized.
let's shoot. So
Oh, Lord.
disorganized.
Which
was
artist was this?
terrible.
Name and shame.
To a point he had to beg for water,
Oh.
Oh my Jesus.
sachet water.
Wow.
And the artist, this thing, let me say this. I don't know why people think models do not drink bottled water. I come to your set and you give artists bottled water and give me sachet water.
No, I will not
I feel
drink.
that's very disrespectful.
Very.
Yeah.
Very disrespectful.
And they're looking down on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this water was by the dustbin.
Oh my Jesus. Are you serious?
If for anything at all, these
That- I
are
was
people
so
you
sad.
are after because of a certain body type they
Yeah.
have. So you should know they take very good care of their body, their skin, what they take in. Why are you offering me sachet water? I am not saying sachet water is inferior, but at a set, come on, let's grow up.
I feel like if you are 7 people, because it feels like you know what you're doing. If you're 7, the crew bottled water, I feel like I'm also part of the crew. I'm
Of
literally the
course.
face of everything. I deserve to. Why would you give me? What? Why are you trying to say? Why are you giving me?
And
sachet
why are
water?
they begging for food?
That's the part that even shocks me. Because food is something that you should know that you're supposed to take care of, the models. You're supposed to do this, do this, do that.
And also, I think they should ask the models, okay, do you have any dietary issues or any allergies? So they plan the kind of meal they give them.
Yeah.
I'm sure, I do know for a fact that models are selective of what they eat. So you should ask, what would you be comfortable eating on set? So you make preparations for all of this. Models should be respected, though. That's what I'm saying. There should be a union or an
Yes.
agency.
It will shock you to know that there are actually unions and all of those things you're talking about. But at the end of the day, everyone is selfish and thinking about their best interest.
Yeah.
And like Mimi mentioned initially, that out of 100 models, you can have like 99 saying that if they pay 500 for this show, nobody will show up, but there will be that one person
Oh Lord.
who will show up, and it would give the directors the right to say that if you won't come,
somebody
don't
else
come.
will.
Someone else will come.
Yeah.
The 100 cities I want to pay, if you will not take it, someone else will take it, and they'll even do a better job there. So at the end of the day, they don't care because they know that there is that desperate person somewhere who is looking for an opportunity, at least chance somewhere to show face or just be exposed one way or the other. And it's crazy. The disrespect is absolutely crazy, for real. And that's what's making people disrespect people. I mean, models in the first place. And man, it's sad. It's sad to think about it.
So this just crossed my mind. When you guys are going on set, do they ask you to bring your own clothes or they provide them for you?
Most of them do. They will send you the inspirations and you bring your own clothes.
Is that factored in the payment? Because
It's
if I
actually
don't,
not.
because if I don't have the inspiration photo you have sent, I would have to go source for that. Are you paying for my clothing allowance?
I actually take, right now I do that. I actually take mine. If I'll be styling myself, you have to pay me for doing that because I'll come home, I'll wash the stuff, I'll go to the laundry, I'll pay for it. So, yes, so you have to pay me for that, for
Oh,
styling myself.
It will even shock you to know that some of them even say, oh, do your own makeup.
Yeah.
I was about to get to the makeup bit.
Some of them actually tell you, do your own makeup.
Do your own makeup.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be on set for 12 hours, 13 hours, and I have to touch up my makeup, I'm using my own product.
You're on your own.
Are you paying me for
You'd be
that?
surprised These big artists have the
They do have makeup artists on set.
zero budgets. They don't have money even for
Yeah.
models. They just want you to. I remember this girl told me this. There was this artist that said, "Oh, me, I don't pay models. Oh, when you show up in my video, you've made it in life."
Wow.
And I was like,
Do the video alone. You appear in your video
and
alone.
he didn't pay her.
Wow.
I was like,
So you
I
see,
would
this is
have left.
this is exactly what we're talking about. It's some of these few people who are desperate for fame that would allow the disrespect to
What
continue.
fame? What fame? Are you the artist? No. You show 1 or 2 seconds in some scenes. You're not going to be in the entire video.
Yeah.
So what fame?
That is, I feel like that is what has enabled some of these influencers to be able to disrespect models as well, because if you are you pay an influencer, let's say give or take 5,000, and then you come and pay a model 1,000 cities. That's-
500.
Okay, even 500. You are basically disrespecting the model who has been trained to do
Yes.
exactly what it is that you want. But you're paying the influencer more because she or he has those numbers. And it's absolutely nuts because that is how people keep thinking that models are not there. Models are, but then when you go outside, let me not even go far. Nigeria. The models in Nigeria are I don't know if I should say they are trophies or what.
Of course.
When you look at them, how they look, when you hear how much they're paid and everything, then you wonder, what's the problem in Ghana? What's the problem? Because over there, I think they acknowledge the fact that without the model, your clothes will not be sold. Without the model, your video, your music video will not be as appealing as you want it to be. And I mean, if you didn't need the model, you wouldn't even reach out in the first place.
Yeah.
So if you can do without the model, then you go ahead. But if you can't, then you should also respect that model for the fact that that is his or her career. So pay him or her what the person says he or she is worth.
I remember I worked with this Nigerian director. Shout out to Ella. It was shot in Ghana. It was a Nigerian artist featuring a Ghanaian artist, and I was supposed to model for the Ghanaian artist, but for some reason he didn't show up.
Oh wow.
But if it was a Ghanaian director, he will tell you, "Oh, you didn't even get to shoot, so let me give you this 500." They paid me my money,
Because you showed up.
and when he was ready for whatever scene that after he didn't show up, after a few days he was ready for that scene, I got paid for
Again.
my time again. I promise you, a Ghanaian director will never.
That is the clear example of time is money.
It is.
You cannot just have her show up
And not a.
not pay for her time and all
No,
of that.
please.
No. That's not allowed. All right, my people, I would like to know, I would ask again that I think we had some callers coming in, but we couldn't answer because of the conversation going on. I want you to be completely honest with us. And when you see a woman in a music video wearing something revealing, do you judge her? If you do judge her, why do you judge her? And if you don't judge her, why do you not judge her? Please call us, text us on 020 2222
073
Yes, we'll take the number again.
020-2222-073.
Yes, let's pick this call. Hello?
Yo, okay.
Yes, foreigner. How far? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? I'm loving the conversation.
I'm all right. Let's hear from you, foreigner.
Your blood to the hot. Your blood to the hot.
Foreigner, today I'm calm. Today, see, you see, today is better than last
your blood
week.
hot. It's like if you're a model, you kill the people over there.
Oh no, I won't kill them. I'll just walk out because
No, the way you were, Charlie, I would like to see you in the studio, Charlie. If they don't say something, they can touch you, Charlie.
no,
It's like
you
this
can't
was
disrespect
what I would
people
do,
like
eh.
that, too. Nah.
Let's hear
Ghana,
from you,
yeah.
foreigner.
Yeah. So me, if you first when I watch these ladies on the music videos and all the stuff, like I'm like, Charlie, see the guys are dressed differently. The guys, no, they have their body covered, but the woman, they are wearing this and string and all these bikinis, and they are hitting their butt, and I will be like, hey, so with these ladies, would they know that they will ever go one day and sit down and be watching these videos? And sometimes, so I say, so they always take advantage of them. You see, it's like if you say something like when you are in Ghana here, Charlie, if they see you as a bad, like wearing those things, then they see that you are a bad bitch. Like you have to do everything, and even if there's opportunity for you to do another thing, they will not even like you because they are seeing what they are seeing. They like what they are seeing, and they want more of what you are doing. You see, so the girl there, she go through inside though.
So
she go through
so foreigner, okay. So right now, as you talk like that, no, if you see a woman in a music video or generally doing her work and modeling and everything, revealing herself, would you judge her? And if you would judge her, why would you judge her? And if you would not judge her, why would you not judge her?
First I used to, but now I see that now that's the career. Some of them.
But
why did want to do?
Why did you used to judge models?
Yeah, especially those in the videos now.
Okay.
Yeah, the way they expose their body on screen. You see, sometimes, man, and the guys will be hitting their butt, Charlie, and they'll be shaking it like.
So when you say you were judging them, were you judging them in terms of like
No, me, I was thinking about their future, like
their future.
Yeah, like but they will never be the same. They want to grow, and how would they feel when they see these videos and streaming online? And you see, in this part of our world, no guy even takes some of these girls like serious. They will see that, oh, this is what you do. But some of the girls too, that's their profession. But it's most of the models and what they do. You see, sometimes some people even take money. Just what the social, like what she said, and they just want to be they just want to be popular. And most of them are in Ghana here. They don't have anything to do. But they are just how would I say it? They're just popping up on our screens and all those stuff. They really do anything. They can do anything. Things that go in the shooting room, Charlie, serious. But me, I want to ask her, like, was she ever touched in any family like that she didn't like?
Ask the question again. We didn't hear you.
Like, if she was ever touched at a place that she didn't like. Like they were shooting and one of the how they call the photographer was just touch a place that she didn't like.
Well, it did happen. It has happened before, and I mean, he was dealt with. So
some of these bodies, they're very tempting. The guys can't. Some of the bodies they see on their faces, Charlie, it's very tempting.
Foreigner, go and sleep.
So let me finish here. You see what I'm talking about?
I send back.
So have you ever gone naked on the camera before?
No,
Naked?
really.
No.
I just feel like you are generalizing this a lot. And let me say this: there are models. You know, there are some type of girls that their whole modeling career is being a video vixen. Those are the girls that don't really mind shaking their ass and stuff, but they really have nothing to lose. But for models that actually are not just video vixens, we have a lot to lose. We are the ones. I'm not trying to sound cheeky or whatever, but there are some girls that sometimes you go to your Instagram bio and they will add, "Oh, video vixen." You see those girls? They don't care. They don't mind shaking their ass in a gesture, in a thong, whatever. They don't care. They don't care not getting paid. But there are some models that are more than just video vixens. And don't forget, there are girls that are very selective. It's not all of us that will accept any job. That. So the generalizing thing, I mean, and we are not bad girls. I mean, there's a lot of things that happened behind the scene that, I mean, we cannot even say it on air. You get it?
Yeah. You see, in this part of our society, when they see you like this, they just condemn you.
Exactly. And Foreigner, remember that our guest has a degree in accounting. She is also a writer.
But when they see you, when they see you doing these things, they don't even care about what you do. They don't even care about your degree. And you see, if you are modeling, like you should be doing something as a side job. When you go to even on set, you have to even get your own water, your own food. Don't depend on them.
Foreigner, it's not about depending on them. It's simple decency. You have employed somebody. You have asked the person to come and work for you. So you should provide for these things. I mean, I will talk about that later. I have worked on a set for a commercial.
Yeah, in Ghana here, they don't respect such people.
Some people do.
They'll give you this thing, pure water. And they'll give that this bottle of water. Are you not a human being?
Foreigner, thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much.
Foreigner, thank you.
But the big of sweat, we do it back.
All right.
If you make the social media, we will follow it.
Go to YFM's. Go to YFM's account. You find her. We've tagged her.
Exactly.
If you want, you can go. We are not saying it out here for you.
Bye bye. I fear you.
Mimi, I would like to ask a question. So, you've worked with some Ghanaian directors, artists, some Nigerian directors and artists. Which do you prefer the most? And aside these two, have you worked with any other international acts?
Yeah, with an American director, Amaretsu. He was Omar. He was American, and it's different because there was this scene that I was a little uncomfortable because I have this car on my back, and he noticed it, but he didn't make me feel any type of way. He had a way to
make you feel comfortable.
Exactly. And their timing is top notch.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a whole. I didn't even find any bad thing to say because there's nothing bad to say. So
Very professional,
very professional.
respected you and everything. Yeah, I
you
see.
you don't have to beg for food, to be honest.
No,
Even in it, you get fed coffee and stuff.
yeah, like breaks to have those, like coffee breaks, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Okay, that's good, at least. So we have some messages here. Let me just read out some of them real quick. This person says, hey, this condemn. For me, I will not judge them at all because me, I'm a big fan of hip hop. In my hip hop clip, I love big girls with their ass clapping to the tunes of the music. Big ups to all of them. Love them. Okay, condemn in this message, like we were saying, models are not those who would be shaking ass and all of that. You know, there's a lot to modeling than shaking your bum in videos and all of that. I think you guys, when you think about modeling, you think about getting naked. You think about shaking your ass in videos, all of that. But there's more to modeling than all of that. I think that one is just, there's a name for it, but that I don't even consider that as modeling. That is not modeling.
Mm-mm.
When we talk about modeling, we're talking about runway, we're talking about photo modeling, editorial, like you said initially. There's a whole bunch of modeling, that commercial modeling, there's a whole lot of things that goes on under the whole bubble of modeling. Shaking and all of that is not, I mean, I feel like you saying that you're just being a man, and a man saying what he likes and what he doesn't like. But let me just put that out there, that you're wrong in that regard. Yes. So this person also says, I won't judge them. In fact, we like to see them fully naked. It's good marketing strategy. Once again, I will say that modeling is not for getting naked. If you want to get naked, there are people that you can pay to do that for you, and
I know the other people who do the is it the boudoir shoots?
yes.
There are those ones too. So why now? This is a question. When these directors are looking for people who will get naked or get like almost naked on set, why don't they go for such people? And then you now come and ask models to do that, and when they're uncomfortable, you are come to shout.
Very good question.
I mean, this person even saying that it's good marketing strategy even makes me feel like that's disrespectful to models, because if you say that's good marketing strategy, let's put it out there that modeling is not just women in the industry. We have a lot of men in the modeling industry as well.
Yeah.
So if you say that you like to see them fully naked, you're trying to tell me that you like to see your fellow man fully naked?
Go watch porn.
Yeah, you know, I think that's just very disrespectful to the profession, first of all, before you even get to the individual. Secondly, this person also says, I do judge them because when I wanted to be a model, someone told me that some of the directors slept with them. Jumfi from Achimota. Okay. I think that's some of the things we spoke about, that society have in their minds, that models are always slept with and all of those things. We even debunked that it's not all directors.
It's not all of them.
Yes, who are like that. It's the naughty ones. Not all of them.
I want to ask. You see, they do say that some directors sleep with the female models. How about the male models? Do they get that kind of issues or problems? Do they face such problems with directors, as in directors wanting to sleep with them before giving them such favors too?
I doubt.
Hey, there are some, and I know for a fact that there are some gay directors out there who would like to sleep.
I think they do.
I need the male models to come out and answer this
There's
question.
probably someone that has a story like that. I'll be surprised.
I think they do, because it's not everyone that comes out of the closet to say that I'm gay or I'm bisexual or whatever. And so even if a man goes through such an experience, they wouldn't even feel comfortable to come out and say that they'll deal with it themselves that's what we were even talking about the men's mental health last month, that these are some of the things that you should come out to talk about, that I went through this, I experienced that. You talk about it and then you deal with it and you feel much better about it. So I think
And
men,
if it's therapy you need, you go through it.
yes, I think men do go through that as well, but hey, we don't really hear them saying much about it. But I think even what we're talking about earlier, I mean, the comments we've had so far is exactly what we discussed.
Yeah.
Yes, the notions they have of it and everything. We have another person saying, "Good evening, YFM. I do judge some models, but not all. I judge from the extent they are willing to go to on set. You could tell whether it's a matter of survival, fame, passion, or just advertising their bodies." Okay. So I think from what this person has said, you can then tell the difference between a professional model from someone who is just looking for the fame and looking for something hand to mouth, basically, isn't looking at
Or the 1%.
the 1%. Yes, the 1%.
Mimi, so you've been on set with male models, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever discussed how much each person is being paid? And have you ever had a male model being paid more than the female model, or are all of you paid the same amount?
I think I had a conversation with this guy, and apparently he was being underpaid.
Oh,
Because most of the time, before a man can be like a main guy in a music video, it would have to be like the love interest of a woman, or the woman has to be the artist. And we
Okay.
don't really have a lot of that. And if a man will have like a big role in a male-dominated, a male music video, it will have to be like something, drill, something in a prison, you know, something crazy. And most of the time they are underpaid. That's what he said. Because he said a lot of things, and how he had to beg for even transportation back home and
Oh
stuff.
my goodness.
So that is just one experience I've had, and that's what he told me. So
so some of the men are going through it too,
They are.
but they will not come out to say it.
No.
And so, also another question: would you prefer one-time gigs, or brand deals, or long-time modeling gigs? So some artists go for the same specific people. Okay, if I've had this person in my video before, I would like to work with her in the future. Or it's just a one-time gig and then that is all. Have you had some artists coming back to book you for a gig?
actually, I have, but most of the time you don't have to deal with the artist. It's maybe the director or
Okay.
the producer on set. But I've had this one time, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, the Amare shoot. It was I shot 3 videos for her album.
Okay.
So it was a one-time payment thing, but then it was a huge amount of money because we shot her whole album
Wow.
in Ghana. So it was, and it was in April. So the money, I mean, eventually is going to
Get done.
exactly. So I feel the long-term thing it should be something that keeps reoccurring.
Right.
That would be like the perfect. Even though the one-time payment thing also makes sense, but I would prefer something it happening frequently.
Quite often.
Yeah.
But have you so be it editor, have you tried to model for clothing lines?
Like I said earlier,
The
it was not
editorial?
working out because I stupidly did this bikini shoot. And that was the beginning of the end. Everybody wanted to do bikini with me. Nobody wants to. But I really, growing up, I really wanted to model for GTPB on the billboard and stuff. But because I did that, I ended up shooting a lot of
Bikini content. Yeah.
So it kind of shifted my,
Focus.
to like being this kind of model when I actually am not.
Right.
Okay.
Because I know I have this people. I feel like people took advantage of my sex appeal. I have that naturally, but that is not what I wanted to do, and I didn't get to explore that more because, I mean, my focus shifted.
Shifted. Yeah.
But would you like to?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there right now. I've done a few commercials. I'm trying to. I don't want to keep doing this for like the next year or something. So, like I said, it was a stepping stone. So I'm elevating. I'm trying to do something different right now. I've done a couple of commercials. Hopefully, I'll do a billboard thing very soon.
Hopefully, fingers
And
crossed.
with the billboard thing and all that, I know people ask for your portfolio. So I want to see a portfolio before I work with you.
Yeah.
Does every model here in Accra have a portfolio?
Not everybody. I had mine a few months ago. People don't really ask for it, even if because the commercial that I did, it was based on recommendation.
Okay.
They are not really big, unless maybe you're trying to like travel out and maybe work for Gucci or whatever.
But would you want to?
I mean, of
Eventually.
course, eventually. That's where we are all trying to get to.
Yeah, I think the portfolio. I think in the modeling industry, it's called a Z card.
Okay.
Yeah, your Z card. We have someone saying that, hi, I won't judge because dancing or modeling is a job. Now, having to show lots of skin morally, I don't support it because the next generation of ladies are watching. And if not tackled, the next generation would probably be dressless and it'll be all right. These artists exploit these ladies, knowing fully well that without a woman showing lots of skin and dancing seductively, no one would take an interest in the video. So, get a woman to show skin and shake. You've gotten the attention of the viewer.
But there are some videos we've seen without the woman shaking
Exactly.
or being half naked, and they
Yeah.
still sell.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that is entirely it. No, it is
Yeah.
not.
And I think
it shouldn't be made the norm, please.
at all. And I think it even goes back to what Mimi said, that there's a difference between a video vixen
And a
a
model.
model. And a model, yeah. We have a caller. Let's take this caller. Hello? Hello?
Hi, good day, ladies.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, please.
All right, may we hear what you have to say, your name and where you're calling from, please?
I'm calling from Tema, and I would like to contribute a little bit.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I think that shout out to the agency. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the agency because I think they coming to help a lot because they coming to have more creative, set for these ladies, okay, on stage because I think some Kamama will say let's go for this Akushika. Akushika is very beautiful, so we should bring her so that she come and then shake her ass and all those things inside the video. But I think Akushika also doesn't know the rules, so I think these agencies are coming to show these people, and then these people too, they are one way all the time, shake. No, can't you just create something? You know what I mean? They have to be creating things. The one way is too much. So big up to the agency. They are coming to help, and I believe they will help so that they will show these ladies how to be on stage and all this, so that these cameramen will not use them and not be telling them to do what they want. So the agencies are going to teach them when they go on stage, you have to do this. And then the dressing too as well. The men will come on stage nicely dressed, and then the women will be like, dressed to kill. Whom are you going to kill on the stage? Whom are you going to kill there? You're not going to kill anybody. Just dress nice. When there's a wedding, the ladies will dress nice. Okay, when there's a wedding, your wedding day, they will dress nice. So why is it that when you are going on video too, you don't want to dress nice with the guy? So the guys that are dressing nice, while the ladies that are dressed half naked, please, we don't want that. That things are we've seen those things too much. We want another thing. Okay. So big up to the agency. Alright. And big up to all the ladies on set. We love them all. We want them to be dressing nice, decent for us. Okay. We don't want those shaking Charlie. I too much. Okay. I too much. So
All
big up
right.
to you guys.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you too.
Let's quickly read. We have some few messages. Let's quickly read through that. Someone says the kind of modeling we see in music videos are fully a shower job. Okay. The next one says, what about those who go on set half naked?
Remember, they don't leave their homes half naked. It's the directors and the producers who ask them to be like that on set. That is not their willpower. If left to them, they'll be dressed decent. Please put some respect on their names. Thank you.
Exactly. And I think also with directors, artists, and everything, if you want someone to be shaking booty and shaking chest and all of that, go for music vixens. And don't say that, oh, I got a model. You know very well the person you got is not a model professionally. Is a video vixen or, whoever. But learn to differentiate between an influencer, a model,
And
a
a
video
video
vixen. Yes, like how you're able to differentiate a lawyer from a doctor, an architect or an accountant. That is how it is. Just because someone is in front of a camera doesn't mean that they all do the same thing and you generalize the whole thing. Even from the comments that we've seen this evening shows a lot about what goes on in people's minds, about what they think about the whole modeling and like the whole thing. It's quite sad, but I mean, as time goes on, we just hope and pray that their mindset is changed as time goes on. If you're just tuning in, tonight we're talking about behind the beauty, the life of models and video vixens as well. We tuned into the glammed up world of music videos and flashing lights, because there's a lot that goes on behind the camera and everything. We spoke about the drama, the sex appeal, the finances that goes into modeling as well. And today we have with us Mimi, who is a model and a writer. And I would also like to mention this because of what people have to say. She's also an accounting degree holder as well. Mimi, I would also have. There's a lot of young women these days.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of young women these days who say that I want to be a model. Like growing up, they see in the magazines or runway, they're like, when I grow up, I want to be a model. So, and then their family members seeing that, oh, models are this, models are that. So they will discourage them, saying that, oh, you want to go into modeling, so you want to be an escort, or you want to be a prostitute, or you want men to be sleeping with you.
Yeah.
Mimi, how do you think we can change that mindset that people have? Yeah, that narrative that people have, that modeling is about doing an escort business or sleeping with men to find your way, or, how can we change that narrative moving on for the young ones coming up and saying that they want to be models?
I think it's very subjective, and it's a long road. This is something that you cannot just change people's minds.
Today,
people have their opinions, however they are brought up. People are very opinionated. They think it's very difficult at this point, and per what is happening right now, the messages people are sending is very depressing, and it will be a very difficult thing to even change at this point. I mean, what helps me is I don't really care about people's opinions about me. I feel like as long as I'm confident in my sexuality, I don't really care. I feel like even if you are confident in your sexuality, people objectify you.
oh God,
That's
Even
true.
if you are.
Oh
And
God.
it should not be your business. It should not be something you should worry about. I mean, even though it hurts, and the fact that you think you are not being objectified, it doesn't mean you are confident in whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like people should just leave people alone, to be honest.
Allow.
That's true.
What advice would you give to young girls coming up and wanting to be a model?
Ask questions, and please follow your gut. I mean, if something feels wrong, do not do it. Because 9 out of 10 times, your gut is always right.
Would you advise they join an agency or work on
In
their
that-
own?
Please work on your own way. Don't. Because especially when you're young, because the stories I heard, and when I started this, I almost joined an agency till this guy said this creepy thing to me. And most of them, they take advantage of you, especially when you're a very beautiful young girl. You're a student, you are in uni, you don't know what you're doing in your life, you're trying to figure your life out, you don't know your niche yet. People take advantage of you.
Yeah.
So please, the freelancing is very slow. It will be very difficult for you to finally get the exposure that you need, but you eventually get there. I've been freelance my whole life, and right now I live on recommendation. Oh, there's Mimi, and it happened. You get it. But if sometimes I'm not saying there are not good agents. I don't know about that, but you can meet very good people that can push your career forward very fast. Great, that happens too.
Well, thank you. And you mentioned something about the niche. So if it's just editorial, okay. If it's just editorial, do editorial. If you're going for if you're being a model, runway model, be a runway model. If
don't
you're
lose
being
focus. That's
right.
right.
Girls listening, take advice, please.
And guys, let's remember that the room service is proudly sponsored by
Pleasure Avenue, which is a premier adult online store based in Accra, 7 customers nationwide and worldwide. We offer a carefully curated selection of high-quality products designed to inspire exploration, enhance intimacy, and elevate your pleasure. The mission is simple: to empower individuals and couples to embrace their sensuality with confidence, discretion, and excitement. And you can connect with them on all social media platforms. On TikTok, that's Pleasure Avenue; Snapchat, Pleasure Avenue 0; Instagram, Pleasure Avenue 1; and their WhatsApp number, that's 055-274-6582. Mimi mentioned something about being confident in your sexuality and all that. See, me self not be model. Let me just wear my regular clothes and I'm like, oh God.
You feel so good.
Can you people leave me be? I know I have breasts. Sure. I like to wear what I am comfortable in.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I am asking for your opinion or asking you to objectify or sexualize. Can we respect ladies and their bodies for once,
crazy.
Please?
It's crazy.
Just like you can wear your shirt and open the buttons and your chest is showing. Do I come to you and say, oh, nice shirts, I would like to, hold it, or what about the hell?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard when Mimi was like, she featured in a video with Amare just recently in April for Amare's album. Yes. So what was the whole concept behind the video?
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen snippets, but
I don't know if I'm
okay. Let me not put you out there. But we're about to play one of the songs by Amare. This song is called SMO by Amare, and if you want to check it out on YouTube, Mimi is in that video as well.
Yay,
yes.
I'm going to watch.
So we're going to just go on a very quick music break for you guys to listen to that song. It's called SMO by Amare. I've enjoyed today's segment for real. And Mimi, I have one very last question for you. Would you rather be famous and underpaid, anonymous and rich?
Anonymous and rich.
Okay, so let me rephrase that. So would you rather be famous and underpaid or anonymous and rich?
Anonymous and rich.
Why?
Okay.
Miss Alpha, anonymous and rich. Miss Alpha,
What's the point in being famous and getting nothing out of it?
I mean, some people enjoy the fact that wherever you're going, people know you, probably get some favors or something. So some people probably go for fame and be underpaid.
I love comfort. I love to not worry about what I'll eat tomorrow.
Facts.
I love the fact that I'll be able to afford whatever I want. I don't have to depend on being famous to.
Yeah.
I mean, who would want to be famous and
For real, though. Even those who are famous don't want to be famous, so how much more? That's true. That's true. So, one more thing. I mentioned about the young ones. I think Mimi is a good example for the young ones, especially those who have questions about, I want to be a model, but my parents say that go to school. This is to tell you that you can do the two together.
Yep.
Come out. You don't have to focus on just one. You can do multiple and you can still succeed. Just know what it is that you want, your niche most especially.
Find your niche.
Yes, most especially, and go for it, because Mimi right here has a degree in accounting. So you know very well that as she was pursuing her education, she was also pursuing her modeling career as well. And when we say modeling, we're not talking about the naked and all of those things. We are absolutely not. And I don't know, I'm sure there's some parents that will be listening, brothers, cousins, and everything. I think if you have some young ones out there who express interest in modeling, you should also do due diligence, find out what it is they want to do exactly. You know, I think you should talk to them. What do you want to do with the modeling? In what direction are you trying to go with it? Because modeling is not about exposing yourself. I think what if you have an adult who you know that, okay, this person's got me and this is a career I want, and the person is there for you, even if you are naive, the person would know that no, this is what they're trying to take advantage of you. And I think maybe, Mimi, correct me if I'm wrong, if you had that guidance coming up, I think that would have also helped in a way for you, right?
That's true, yeah.
Okay, so I think for the older generation as well, if you have any young ones who want to go into modeling, please do help them out. Don't shut them out. Help them out, reach out to what they want to do, get to know what exactly they want to do, who they are talking with most especially. Do not let them be taken advantage of. Yes, most especially. And that is basically it. I've enjoyed today's conversation. And once again, I don't want you guys to forget, always remember that we are most proudly sponsored by Pleasure Avenue.
Yes. See, you people, like last week somebody called asking for whatever, please. Just visit Pleasure Avenue because they have a wide range of products for your use. I mean, not just the toys, they have the lingerie, they have the the handcuffs, the whips. I mean, if you're into that, contact them. I'm talking about adult toys, not the Labubu.
I like the way you say adult toys. It's like how Komna said adult music.
That's all. Yeah, so you can contact them on Snapchat Pleasure Avenue 0, Instagram Pleasure Avenue 1, TikTok Pleasure Avenue, and their WhatsApp number that's 055-274-6582. And for the couples who want to explore, in the bedroom also, not just the regular tunes. If you want to spice things up, they have the games, the dice, bite me, spank me. Talking about spank me, I need a song, Commander, spank me, daddy. So if you want to be spanked, all of that, yes. And the spank me too, it comes with a whip, Ibab.
It's a whole package.
It's a whole package. So go to Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp them today. Go get your product. When you go to the Instagram, you find a wide range of quality products I am talking about.
Yes.
And the water-based lubes. So if you're allergic to the oil-based lubes, there's a water-based lube for you. I mean, you can enjoy yourself.
Yes. So y'all, tonight, we unwrapped the glossy world of models. We brought you behind the scenes of what goes on behind the scenes with directors, everything that goes on with modeling. I believe we covered everything, and also the myth. Played Mythbusters today. We debunked most of the myths that go around with modeling as well, from the confidence and creativity to the criticism and cash flow. Whether you love it or you question it, one thing's for sure: these women and men play a very huge part in music culture today. Not just music culture, but fashion as well. So I would want you all out there to respect the hustle, respect the career path, respect the profession most especially, and challenge the stereotypes. Don't be stuck in your mind and letting your mind tell you that this is what it is. No, challenge the stereotypes, open your mind to learning and getting to know more about what modeling is. And I would like to extend a very big thank you, very, very big thank you to Mimi for coming out tonight to be with us.
And Mimi,
Yes.
any final words before we wrap up here?
I to be honest, I was really waiting for a day that I would have this opportunity to talk about this, because I feel like it's a very challenging topic that people tend to avoid. People don't really give us the platform to speak about what is going on behind the scenes, and I'm very happy this happened, because I mean, even if it's not all of them, lots of people now understand
Yes.
what goes on, and I hope people tend to respect us. That's the most important thing, like the respect. And then the opinions, you can keep it, but then the misconceptions
Yes.
about us, I hope you guys learned something out of this.
Great.
Oh, thank you
All right,
so
thank you,
much
thank you.
for coming through. And guys, this has been the room service
Yes.
on YFM. You can watch back on our Twitter page, that's X1079 YFM. Yeah. So if you missed this session or you just joined in, head to Twitter and watch.
You can watch it all over again. And
Yeah.
guys, always remember, every Tuesday from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight is the room service, and we'll be here with you every Tuesday. And always remember that it's your girl Pearl Turbo, always here with the beautiful Delphina and the one and only Virgin Big Chris CJ.
And unassuming Jay behind the scenes.
Yes. Till next time, keep your mind open and your night sexy. Good night, y'all. Love you.
And yo, that's Commander by Black Bones.
Yes.
The last part of the song is what gets me.